Mr. Clerk, let's call this meeting of the Providence City Council to order.
Council President Matos,
Present.
Councilwoman Anthony, Councilman Aponte, Councilwoman Castillo, Councilman Correa, Councilwoman Harris, Councilman Igliozzi, Councilwoman Kerwin, Councilwoman LaFortune, Councilwoman Miller, Councilman Narducci is absent, Councilwoman Ryan, Councilman Salvatore, Councilman Taylor, Councilman Yurden. You have 14 present, 1 absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you. The invocation is going to be given by Reverend D.L. Helfer, pastor of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of South County.
I invite you into a spirit of prayer as you're willing. Holy One, known by many names and beyond all names, Spirit of life, Spirit of love, Spirit of community, Spirit of justice, we ask your blessings on the people who have been called to lead the community in which we live and work and play. Help them as leaders to ask first, not how do we fix this, but what do we need to learn? How might we need to change? And to whom do we need to listen? Remind them, because we all forget from time to time, especially in the noisiness of what passes for political debate today, that they are not only leaders, but also servants, and that it is their responsibility and ours to serve the common good of all. Remind them that no matter where we live, everyone, gay, straight, transgender, black or white, Hispanic or Asian, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, Sikh, or atheist, they are our neighbor, our sibling, and that throughout the ages, prophets have called the leaders of the people to respect and protect the least among us. Our children, the elderly, the poor, those who are hungry, those who have no homes, our ill in body, mind, or spirits, the strangers and immigrants in our midst, those who live on the margins, those who are alone, and those who are forgotten. Grant them and us the wisdom and courage to know and do what is right and good and true. May they and we speak out when it is time to speak out, and listen patiently and receptively when it is time to listen. May they and we always be guided by the spirit of community, by the spirit of justice, and by the spirit of love. This we pray in the name of all that we hold sacred and holy, all that we hold to be good and right and true. May it be so.
The Pledge of Allegiance is going to be led by Majority Leader, Councilwoman Joan Ryan.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam President,
Chairman Whip Igliozzi.
thank you. May I speak on a personal expression?
Continue.
For many reasons, today is a very special day. It's a special day because it's sunny out, it's nice out. We're in a great city called the city of Providence. We're coming upon a great festival this weekend and the weekend after. And all of us are here alive, well, raising our families or loving our loved ones or enjoying our life. And all of us have some folks to be thankful for that. And the people that we have to be thankful that happened 75 years ago on the beaches of Normandy, when 175,000 men stormed the beaches in Operation Overlord to protect the freedoms that all of us enjoy today. As they rushed the beaches with 5,000 Allied ships, 12,000 aircraft, rushing the beaches from all the Allied continents. Our French comrades, British, Australia, and all our other allies, they decided to take on a challenge to save the world. The challenge was to beat back, at least at this moment in time, in our most modern times, the most evil empire that this country has faced. It's not read in a book, it's not in a movie, but it actually existed. Nazi Germany, Imperial Japan, and their allies were destroying this world. As those men rushed those beaches in the first wave, which they said, if I remember, approximately 95% died in the first wave, that first wave. Then the second wave, and the third wave, and the fourth wave. It kept coming until finally we breached the shores, and we were able to breach a location of a Nazi sniper nest to finally break that area. And eventually, within 11 months, by the way, we finally received the capitulation of Nazi Germany. Now, why do I say that? Because in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, 99 men from the state of Rhode Island rushed that beach. Many of them did not make it. I know of 2 of them, by the way. 2 of them were my second cousins. They were both in the Higgins boat, as they call it. And it was my cousin Pat, my cousin Joe. They both sat in the boat together, and at that time, their neighbor from Union Avenue was their commander. So they're all in the Higgins boat, they call it, rushing the shores and all. Pat said to Joe, he said, Joe, I'll see you back at home. As the door fell, so did Pat. Pat didn't make it home. Joe did. They gave their lives for all of us. So I want to make a moment that it's important that we take a moment for the men and women today that protect our freedoms. From the men and women who fought in Korea, to Vietnam, to any other foreign campaign, they still fought for democracy. And for all of us today, stand here tonight to be together, to legislate on behalf of the people we represent. Asking you to take a moment of silence. Today I was at a ceremony. They rang the bell 99 times, and they mentioned each name of the members of Rhode Island soldiers who stormed the beach. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm asking you to take a moment today, at this moment in time, to think about them, think about our families, our friends, and our loved ones. We could all rise for a moment. Thank you, and God bless America.
Mr. Clerk.
Appointments by His Honor the Mayor. Item 3, communication from Mayor Jorge O. Lorza, dated May 15, 2019, informing the Senate President that pursuant to Section 42-99-4 of the Rhode Island General Laws, he is this day reappointing Stan Israel to the Rhode Island Convention Center Authority for a term expiring on June 30, 2023.
Receive.
Presentation of ordinances. Council President Matos, Councilman Correa, Aponte.
Leader Ryan.
Madam President, motion to waive the reading of item 4 and pass for the first time and refer to the Committee on Ordinances.
Second.
Motion has been made and second to waive the reading of item number 4 and to pass for the first time, refer to the Committee on Ordinance. And Councilwoman Anthony.
Madam President, I would request that we have an opinion from the city solicitor, not on the referral to the ordinance, but on the substance. Please forgive me if that can be done in the ordinance committee. I just wanted to ask.
Leader Ryan, do you want to address that? Or do
She's asked for an opinion from the solicitor. Is the solicitor prepared?
The ordinance, to my knowledge, the law department hasn't reviewed the ordinance. We haven't seen it prior to this evening, so we're happy to review it.
Councilwoman Anthony, a second? Okay, the motion has been made a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, for a roll call, sorry, roll call.
Council President Matos.
Aye.
Councilwoman Anthony. Councilman Aponte. Councilwoman Castillo. Councilman Correa. Councilwoman Harris. Councilman Igliozzi. Councilwoman Kerwin. Councilwoman LaFortune.
So we would have to wait, no.
It's a yes or no vote. Or abstain.
We are in the middle of it.
Sorry, I'm just, because we didn't have an opinion from the solicitor, so I'm just processing. No.
Councilwoman Miller. Councilman Narducci is absent. Councilwoman Ryan.
Aye.
Councilman Salvatore. Councilman Taylor. Councilman Yurden.
No.
You have 11 ayes, 3 noes, and 1 absent. The motion passes for the first time on a roll call vote. Item 5, Councilwoman Castillo, an ordinance and amendment of Chapter 21, Revenue and
Leader
Finance.
Ryan.
Motion to waive the reading of item 5 and refer to the Committee on Ordinance.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconds to waive the reading of item number 5, and the item is going to be referred to the Committee on Ordinance. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Item 6, Councilman Taylor, an ordinance related to Article 4, Chapter 17, Section 17-192F of the Code of Ordinances, Disability Waiver Request, Ty L. Johnson.
Refer to Committee on Finance.
Presentation of resolutions. Item 7, Council President Matos, Councilman Correa, resolution congratulating the Classical High School Purple Girls basketball team.
Motion passed.
Leader
Voice
Ryan.
vote.
Leader Ryan.
Second.
Councilwoman Harris, you wanted to go sponsor?
Yes.
The entire City Council, at least the members present, wants to co-sponsor?
So
All those in
noted.
favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Item 8, Council President Matos, Councilman Correa, Councilwoman Anthony, Councilman Aponte,
Madam
Igliozzi.
President,
Leader Ryan.
motion to waive the reading of item 8 and refer to the Committee on Ordinances.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconds to waive the reading of item number 8, and the item will be referred to the Committee on Ordinance. And Councilwoman Anthony?
I would just like to say a few words on this, as I'm very happy it's being referred to ordinance. The city, as many of you know, has adopted a sustainable plan in 2014 and is currently working on developing a climate justice plan. The city is also committed to be a carbon neutral city by 2050. This community choice aggregation ordinance will allow the city to purchase electricity in bulk from a competitive supplier on behalf of our residents and businesses. This aggregation will allow us to stabilize or reduce the cost of our electricity, and it could be used to add more renewable energy than is required by law. So this is a very, very exciting piece of our sustainable Providence plan, and I'm very excited that we're going to refer to this and have an opportunity to discuss it in a very robust manner and gather a lot of support. So I do appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who is here in the audience supporting this tonight.
All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.
Item 9, Councilwoman Anthony, resolution requesting the traffic engineer to cause Jenks Street to be established as a one-way street from Benefit Street to...
Leader Ryan.
Motion to waive the reading. I don't know if he completed the reading. Thank you. Motion to withdraw at the request of the sponsor, item number 9.
Second.
a motion to withdraw by request of the sponsor. The sponsor would like to comment on it.
Briefly,
Briefly.
yes,
Yeah.
please, briefly. This is, there was an ordinance passed last year making a portion of James Street from Benefit to Pratt and then up to Condon, local traffic only. And apparently that has not worked for the neighbors. I've had 2 community meetings regarding this issue, and we would like to put it back to the way it was, which is one way from Benefit up to Pratt on James, but unfortunately I did not have it in the correct form, so I would like the opportunity to resubmit this at our next council meeting. Thank you.
You're welcome. All those in favor? Aye.
Item 10, Councilwoman Castillo. Resolution requesting...
Leader Ryan.
Motion to waive the reading of item 10 and pass in a voice vote.
Second.
Motion has been made and second to waive the readings of item number 10, and the item is going to be passed on a voice vote. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.
Item 11, Councilwoman LaFortune. Resolution urging the Providence Public School Department and the Providence
Leader
Police
Ryan.
Department...
Motion to withdraw on item 11 and waive reading
Second that motion.
at the request of the sponsor.
The motion has been made and second to waive the reading and withdraw at the request of the sponsor. The sponsor would like to speak on that matter.
Thank you. So hopefully we'll have a chance to reintroduce this, but what is important about this resolution is to establish an MOU, an amended MOU between the school department and the police department. Currently, the MOU that currently exists does not have protections for students. There are not any reporting accountability measures. It also does not take into consideration that these individuals are minors and that they should, and SRO officers should not play any type of disciplinary role within our schools. So hopefully we can have more conversations with the youth groups. We've been working with PSU, and PRISM has come on board, and some other youth. And as we work on the back end on this, hopefully it can enable us to build a broader coalition among our students. This doesn't take away from the bigger goal, which is to hopefully increase social emotional support in our schools and eliminate SRO officers. Our school environments are places for learning, and we should not, young people should not feel as if they're going into a prison or feeling unsafe. But hopefully this could serve as a catalyst moving forward and can have some accountability measures, as well as just a strong agreement between the school district as well as the police department to ensure that our students are safe, their rights are not violated, and it could clearly define the role of SRO officers. Thank you.
So the motion has been made and second to waive the reading and withdraw item number 11. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Item 12, Councilwoman Irwin, LaFortune, and Miller. Resolution requesting the Rhode Island General Assembly, RIGL Section 3-7-19, to allow the Providence Board of Licenses the authority to exempt from the provisions of said section any Class B license to be located at 375 Smith Street, Plat 68, Lot 132, and 380 Smith Street, Plat 67, Lot 47.
Leader Ryan.
Madam President, motion to pass item 12 on a roll call vote.
Second.
Thank you. And I would like to co-sponsor also.
Madam President? Motion second, right? So discussion. Karen? Motion second, discussion, right?
Yeah, the
Madam President?
motion was made and it was second.
Discussion.
We're going to discussion. Councilman Maria would like to be a co-sponsor. I would like to be a co-sponsor. Councilman Iglesias.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm just rising. This is not to dissuade the council members. For me, I'm just letting you know why I can't vote for this. Right now, I'm in a battle in my own neighborhood right now where someone wants to open up a liquor store within 200 feet of Easter seals, my schools, a community center, and the church. My concern is that while we're battling that issue in my neighborhood, if I support this, it seems that I'm having a contrary position where they could end up, once again, putting another liquor store, another dance club in the heart of, like I said, Easter Seals, my schools, church, and community center. So I just want you to know, so you do what you want, but I can't vote for it, and I have to vote no because of those principles. I also get concerned about creating special exemptions when it comes to liquor licenses, and that's just kind of where I go, because I don't want it to open up floodgates for the rest of the city. If council members want to, you've seen what's happened in Federal Hill when they opened up the floodgates up there on Atlas Avenue. It almost destroyed, if not destroyed, Atlas Avenue from restaurants and family life to became like a nightclub, nightlife, bars, and became a very difficult. And now the genie can't get put back in the bottle. I don't know any specifics. I don't know who Perez is. I don't know any of these people. I don't know the location. I'm just letting you know. So that's why I want you to know, so the sponsor knows why I can't support it. I have to vote no. I always very cautious with this, and I don't want to be contrary in the argument in my neighborhood. Thank you.
Councilwoman Katkara.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to rise and welcome the Perez family. Mr. Perez is here. He's going to be opening a restaurant, I hope, on Smith Street very soon, as well as some other of my constituents who are strong supporters of the Perez family, neighborhood residents that have been working really hard to make sure this happens. And a lot of you don't know is that something I've been really trying to champion in my neighborhood is a community development plan. We used some of last year's community funding to fund a neighborhood Main Street development plan, because something that our neighbors in Smith Hill say a lot is that our neighborhood for a long time has been denied a lot of the luxuries that other neighborhoods get. And because we're in a certain area and because some people, we don't have the same, incomes as other neighborhoods, we don't have a lot of basic level services. And so something that we've been working really hard on in Smith Hill is making sure that we have the same quality of life as other neighborhoods. So for me, this is really not an issue about the church. While it is state law that you cannot have a liquor license within 200 feet of a church or a school, this is something that we see the state supersede pretty frequently. I'm sure many of you have been to the bars on Westminster. Grace Episcopal is within way less than 200 feet of many of those establishments with liquor licenses. So for me, this is really an issue about equity, I think. I think it's more of an issue about who gets these liquor licenses, who do they have to know to get these liquor licenses. So in my neighborhood, I want to make sure we're supporting neighborhoods, people that want to invest in the community. I want to make sure that in my neighborhood, we support minority-owned businesses and women-owned businesses. And frankly, I think it's a good thing if someone wants to come in and spend their own money and invest in our community. So I do ask for all of your support. I am excited to support the Perez family, and I know they're going to go on and do great things on Smith Hill. And I think this is really about the process, and in the future making sure, like I said, we are supporting minority and women-owned businesses and fostering a good governance sort of culture in the city of Providence, which is why I'm here. So thank you.
Councilman Aponte.
Thank you, Madam President. I will not be voting for this, not because I don't believe that we should be trying to encourage and spur local development. My objection is one of form and process. We did this a couple of years ago on the south side to help spur development of what was a long blighted property. Many of you may know the old Bones Theater. It sat vacant in the ownership of the PRA for close to 20 years. The opportunity to develop it required lots of conversations and the final acknowledgement that it needed to have some sort of nightlife or liquor component. Problem was, there is directly across the street a church that has been there for close to 100 years. There is a process by which one can get that exemption. Representative Diaz, who represents that part of the city, submitted a bill to the General Assembly. Senator Quesada did the same. This city council passed a resolution in support of those two bills. We are granting with this resolution very unspecific, very general request of the General Assembly. And I think that I, for one, am not willing to cede authority that belongs to the city to the General Assembly. So if there were a very specific ask with bills assigned to it, that would be the proper form and it would be the right process. I have no problem with the merits of this. I have no issue with the individuals. I think that it's important that we as a body follow what the established process is so that we ensure that the outcomes are the same. Thank you.
Any more discussion? Councilwoman Castillo.
Like we always say, you know, I don't have any of us like people want to make a business in our neighborhood because I'm being the same process like she tried to do right now. First of all, we get the neighborhood involved, and we need to be the people for the church, and we meet in the church, and we have a promise for this owner, like what they want to do over here. Like they have a process, and we need to respect that process because if we go step by step, we can do it in the right way. Thank you.
Leader Ryan? Oh, sorry. Councilman Jordan. Sorry, I didn't see you, Councilman Jordan. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm supporting the resolution that's before us, and recently I've been contacted by representatives from the General Assembly requesting that I introduce a resolution similar to this one for a situation in my neighborhood prior to the bills being put into place. And it seems like that's the preference of the General Assembly. So the arguments that somehow this is in improper form are not accurate. They're a pretext. I think that those on the council understand that deference is really given to the council member to deal with issues in their own neighborhoods. And it's kind of extraordinary for the council to weigh in and kind of substitute their judgment for a particular council person. I think every council person here would be pretty incensed over an issue that, with all due respect to the owners, is a local issue. And I think the council person knows best. And so we have to actually really look carefully and peel back the onion and understand what is happening here and the relationships between the parties. And tread very cautiously about how we vote because this is really a political situation. It's very unfortunate that a new council member has to kind of bump the tide, so to speak. So I would urge my colleagues to look to their better nature, do what is customary, and provide the council person with the discretion to make a judgment and to live by the consequences of what they're requesting. So I would urge passage. Thank you.
Leader Ryan?
Thank you very much. Thank you to all my colleagues who stood and spoke about this matter. I will not support this item. I don't support it because it is not an appropriate form in substance. We usually, it's customary to reference a House and Senate bill and then send our message whether the council body supports the resolution or not. I do not support this. I worked very hard as a freshman counselor with the Board of Licensing to make sure that we afforded every new business, every community with fair, responsible business practices. We've accomplished a lot with the Board of Licensing, and in this particular instance, the Board of License acted appropriately. The application came before them. It was granted preliminary approval when it was determined through the process that there was a church within 200 feet of the liquor license. It withdrew the liquor license. The applicant appealed. The appeals to the Board of License go to DBR, Department of Business Regulation. DBR determined that it was a valid church and they upheld the license. Now, I understand its practice. This is a state law, and the state law, we've heard colleague Iglesias speak about him fighting to preserve that law in his neighborhood. I know that I worked with that same law. It's an important law to every single council person. So to yield a state law that impacts every single neighborhood is not a sensible legislative move. So I cannot support this. I urge you to vote no and reject this.
Any more discussion? Councilwoman Catherine.
I just want to make a few clarifying points to address some of the concerns that were made. First of all, I do have the full support of the chair of the Board of Licenses. Dylan Conley could not be here tonight. He has said that he would issue a statement in support of the Les family getting this liquor license. He was in court tonight, so he couldn't make it. And we also have the support of the church that's within 200 feet of this establishment. So I recognize those concerns, and many of them have already been addressed.
Any more discussion? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Council President Matos.
Aye.
Councilwoman Anthony. Councilman Aponte. Councilwoman Castillo. Councilman Correa. Councilwoman Harris. Councilman Iglesias. Councilwoman Kerwin. Councilwoman LaFortune. Councilwoman Miller. Councilman Narducci. Absent. Councilwoman Ryan. Councilman Salvatore. Councilman Taylor. Councilman Jordan. You have 8 ayes, 3 nays, 3 not voting, and 1 absent. The motion passes. Item 13, Councilwoman LaFortune, Councilman Salvatore.
Leader Ryan.
Motion to waive the reading of items 13 through 16 and pass the voice vote.
Second.
Motion has been made and second to waive the readings on item 13 through 16 and pass a voice vote. Is there Councilman Jordan?
Yes, I'd just like to be listed as a sponsor of item number 16.
The same thing for Councilman Salvatore. And Councilwoman Leader Ryan. Anybody else? 16. Okay. Councilwoman LaFortune, you have the floor.
Thank you, Council President. So these pieces of legislation at the state level are so important to protect our communities and our families. These pieces of legislation and all that is and high capacity magazines and also prohibited concealed weapons on school grounds. As we've seen in the past few years, as well as recently, there's been shootings throughout the nation. Just a few weeks ago, we saw what happened in Virginia Beach. We need to ensure that people do not have access to these types of weapons. Our people are losing family members, they're losing loved ones, friends, and we need to ensure that our state protects the whole community, and to ensure that these weapons and these devices don't fall in the wrong hands. We also want to make sure that on school grounds, students feel safe. Up until recently, anyone can go on school grounds with a concealed weapon without notifying the school administrator or the school district. So it's important that many of you are in support of these pieces of legislation through this bill to ensure that our students are safe on school grounds and to ensure that we can hopefully eliminate, not just reduce, but eliminate these mass shootings that are taking place. I have been a strong advocate around strong sense laws, and partly because I lost a loved one. In fact, June 15th will make it 14 years since I lost my partner due to gun violence because someone had access to a gun which they shouldn't have access to, and this innocent person who was a bystander lost his life. So I thank my colleagues for supporting these pieces of legislation because people's lives are at risk, and unfortunately, at the national level, we're not taking stands. And it's important that we here in the state of Rhode Island and the state of Providence that we take stands against mass shootings, we take stands against gun violence, and we ensure that our families, our communities are protected. So I thank you. And I'm doing this in honor of Amen Power Hills, who lost his life at the age of 27 years old. And so I thank all of you for this. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to be listed as co-sponsor on items 32 to 68. Councilwoman Harris.
I also like to be listed as co-sponsor for 60.
Thank you. Councilwoman Anthony.
I'd just like to add a few comments to my comments. This is common sense other legislation. This is something that we as a community, as a state, as a country have been talking about for a very long time. It's important that we send a message up to our state house. They have to represent residents of the state of Rhode Island. 75% of the residents of Rhode Island support a ban on assault weapons in large capacity magazines. This is long overdue. We need to pass this. 82% of Rhode Island residents support no concealed carry in Providence schools. It's clear that this is what residents of the state of Rhode Island want. It's clear that we have to pass this kind of legislation, so I stand in support of this resolution.
Thank you, Councilwoman Miller.
Thank you. So I'm going to speak just for a moment on item number 16, which is a resolution urging the General Assembly to pass House Bill 6064. So, little known fact, I have a degree in chemistry and was also spent 2 years as a researcher at the Graduate School of Oceanography in Narragansett, where I said, so I'm not going to make everyone learn chemistry tonight, but but what I did was study this class of chemicals. They're called perfluorinated alkyl substances, PFAS. We might not know these words. We do know these chemicals. They're in everything from Teflon to stain-resistant shirts, a whole variety of industrial applications like firefighting foam, which goes out into the world and gets into our water system. What we know about these chemicals is that they're everywhere, including in all of our ecosystems in our bodies. So, 2007 study had 98% of human blood samples in America found levels of PFAS. We also know they create a risk for cancer, for autoimmune disease, or a whole variety of developmental issues. We also know that we've had water crises throughout New England related to this class of chemicals. So in New York, in upstate New York, in Vermont, in New Hampshire, and here in Rhode Island, right now there's about 175 households in Burrillville who are drinking bottled water because their water has been contaminated with PFAS. So what we're asking is for the state to pay attention, to monitor, to set levels, and to protect us. And so thank you for your support.
Councilwoman Anthony.
May I be added as a co-sponsor in 16?
And Councilwoman Anthony, Councilwoman Heroin, Councilman Castillo, Councilman Aponte, Councilwoman LaFortune, Councilman Correa, Councilman Taylor. Is that everybody? All those in favor? Councilwoman Karen?
I need to recuse myself from 13, 14, and 15. I filled out the paper.
Okay. Clerk, make a note of that. Thank you.
Item 17, resolution recognizing the month of June as Pride Month.
Motion to pass on a voice vote.
Second.
Motion has been made and second to pass on a voice vote. And Councilman Aponte, you want to?
If there's no objection, Madam President, I'd like to be listed as co-sponsor.
Sponsor? All the council members present? All the council members present? Councilwoman Miller.
Thank you for that. So, as many of us know, some comments were made this past week that really got me personally thinking about why we celebrate Pride. And folks who may or may not know that this is the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Rebellion. So on June 28th in 1969, police raided the Stonewall Inn. It was a gay bar in Greenwich Village, New York City. And what happened after that raid was a violent assault on gay, lesbian, trans community members. What happened, that in itself was not unusual. What happened that night was, right, there was a few people who looked at everyone standing in the street in the community as they were being assaulted and arrested and said, you know, isn't anyone going to do anything? Right? Haven't we had enough? And what followed were many days of a protest movement. And really this ushered in what we know as the modern movement for LGBTQ liberation. So that was 50 years ago, right? 43 years ago, the first Pride March happened in Providence. Elected officials at the time and other leaders in the community called us a threat, called us a threat to our children, to our families, to society at large, threw garbage at the first people who marched down the street in downtown Providence. My first Pride festival was in probably the early 90s, I would say. It was at sort of the beginning of the end of the AIDS crisis in this country. I was in New York City, and what I saw on that day was a celebration, was a protest movement, but importantly also just this the full future for me, right? At this moment in time when I was realizing who I was, and saw for the first time that there was a wide, beautiful expression of that across every spectrum you can imagine. And so, you know, we come back to this, like, why do we celebrate Pride, right? Because we have our community in the LGBTQIA community, right? We know we don't all bear this burden equally. We know that trans people, especially trans women of color, disproportionately face discrimination, face violence. We know that our LGBTQ youth are disproportionately at risk for suicide and other violence and hard situations with their families and their communities. And we know that celebrating Pride matters, right? Like, we know that when we stand up together and we celebrate, we have a lot of fun. I'm not trying to say it's not fun, right? We know how much fun we have. That it makes a difference, that it lets people see and recognize and celebrate all year long. And so thank you all for your support this tonight, and happy Pride.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Report from committee. Committee on Finance. Councilman John J. Iglesias, Chairman.
Leader Ryan.
Motion to waive the reading of item 18, pass on a voice vote, and refer back to the Board of Contract and Supply.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to waive the reading of item number 18 to pass on a voice vote and refer back to the Board of Contracts and Supply. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
From the clerk's desk, item 19.
Leader Ryan.
Motion to waive the reading of item 19 and refer to the Committee on Ordinances.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to waive the reading of item number 19, and the item is going to be referred to the Committee on Ordinance. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Presentation of resolutions and congratulations. Item 20. Council President Matos and members of the City Council. Resolution extending congratulations.
Leader Ryan.
Motion to pass item 20 on a voice vote.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to pass item number 20 on a voice vote. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Presentation of resolutions in memoriam. Item 21. Council President Matos and members of the City Council. Resolution extending sympathy.
Madam President.
Leader Ryan.
Motion to pass unanimously on a rising voice vote item 27.
Madam President.
Second.
Motion has been made and
Madam President, I'd like to adjourn tonight in memory of Benjamin S. Carbone, who passed away on Wednesday, May 29th at the age of 95. He was a veteran and he served in the Army Air Force. He was honored in the service in World War II more than 70 years ago last year by Senator Jack Reed, where he received many medals. Then he joined the Air Force in 1943 at age 19. He served as a staff sergeant in the 15th Air Force 98th Bomb Group, 344 Squadron in Italy, and completed 50 combat missions as a ball turret gunner on a B-24 aircraft. After being honorably discharged from service on October 25, 1945, Benny then began his lifelong career as a master plumber, and after 10 years he became the plumbing inspector for the city of Providence, a job he held for 25 years, retiring in 1985. He was also a lifelong Providence resident and a resident of Ward 8. Benny was an amazing hero to his nation and to his family and friends.
Second motion. Motion has been made to adjourn. Those in favor? Aye.